Okay, besties, grab your iced tea or iced coffee, pull out all your cute goodies from Shein, Amazon, DHgate, or My Beauty Shop, and let's spill some tea. Today, we're talking about how TikTok and influencers literally blew Savage X Fenty up and why Victoria's Secret is now running to try and catch up. Everything here is alleged, for entertainment purposes only, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So girl, the first thing you need to understand is Savage X Fenty didn't just rely on runway shows or traditional marketing. Rihanna tapped into what social media was craving: real women, real bodies, and real confidence. And once the influencers started posting their haul videos, try-ons, and mirror dances on TikTok, the brand exploded overnight. We're talking viral hashtags, trending sounds, and challenges where girls were showing off their favorite Savage X looks while embracing their own curves. Hip dips, stretch marks, soft tummies, you name it. And the best part? The videos weren't just about lingerie. They were about self-love, empowerment, and unapologetic confidence. Girls saw someone like them, and they felt validated. That's what made it resonate so deeply. And let's talk about the influencer network for a second. You had beauty creators, lifestyle bloggers, TikTok personalities, and even moms posting their Savage X Fenty hauls. Some of these women had been trying to grow their platforms for years, and suddenly, this brand gave them a voice and a reason to celebrate themselves on camera. The algorithm noticed, the audience noticed, and Victoria's Secret? Girl, they were still trying to figure out how to do one influencer campaign right. Now here's the messy, tea-filled part. Victoria's Secret saw the Fenty explosion and suddenly wanted a piece of the pie. They started signing influencers, highlighting diversity, and showing curvy and black models in campaigns. But girl, it looked so reactionary, like they were finally waking up, but everyone could tell it wasn't authentic. Social media dragged them. Memes went viral, comments were roasting them, and the tea was delicious. Meanwhile, Savage X Fenty just kept doing its thing. Rihanna didn't need to announce "we're inclusive" because it was baked into the brand. Every runway, every campaign, every TikTok drop reminded women that confidence is the real accessory and that beauty is unapologetically diverse. VS could announce all they wanted, but the internet knew the difference. Authenticity was winning, and bestie, the cultural impact was undeniable. Women started seeing lingerie as a tool of empowerment instead of insecurity. Social media became a movement. Girls created challenges, trends, and duets celebrating real bodies. Fenty became the brand for the people, and Victoria's Secret suddenly realized they were not just behind on marketing, they were behind on culture. So bestie, let's recap real quick. Rihanna didn't just drop a lingerie line, she flipped the entire industry on its head. Savage X Fenty showed that inclusivity, real bodies, and confidence weren't just buzzwords. They were a lifestyle, a movement, a mood. And the girls? We ate it up. Like finally, representation that felt authentic. Victoria's Secret, on the other hand, well, we all saw how they were shook. They've been scrambling to match what Rihanna started years ago, but it's hard to catch lightning in a bottle when you weren't even trying before. Now they're hiring black models, curvy women, and influencers, and the internet is watching every move. And here's the tea. Bestie, the power didn't just come from the runway shows. It came from social media, influencers, and everyday women sharing their Savage X Fenty moments. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Girls were posting try-ons, reviews, and confidence challenges, and it went viral everywhere. Victoria's Secret, they were nowhere near ready for that kind of culture takeover. Cute cafe chat to make you feel cared for and cozy at the same time. I don't know about you, but it's kind of addictive in the best way. What I find so interesting is how this whole vibe overlaps with mental wellness trends. People are becoming way more aware of overstimulation and burnout and soft girl aesthetics. Plus, ASMR are kind of like the ultimate antidote. It's not just about looking cute. It's about intentionally creating spaces and moments where your brain can breathe. So this is where the story gets juicy. We're not just talking lingerie anymore, we're talking a full-on movement where confidence and body positivity became the new trend. And the internet, as always, had opinions. Influencers started taking the lead, showing that beauty doesn't come from fitting a mold, but from owning your power and your body. Honestly, bestie, once women saw themselves reflected in Savage X Fenty campaigns, something shifted. They didn't just buy lingerie, they bought validation, freedom, and confidence. And when that happens on a massive global scale, other brands are forced to play catch up, whether they like it or not. And girl, the receipts are coming. Which brings us to the next part of the story: how TikTok and influencers help Savage x Fenty explode into a cultural phenomenon, and how Victoria's Secret is scrambling to follow the trend. In the next video, we'll be spilling all the tea about viral campaigns, influencer collabs, and why this movement isn't slowing down anytime soon. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's about to get even juicier. And girl, we can't ignore the TikTok algorithm magic. Once the Fenty haul started trending, the platform basically made it impossible to scroll without seeing real women celebrating themselves in lingerie. That exposure? Unmatched. VS could have paid millions in ads, but the authentic, organic influencer content blew them out the water. Influencers weren't just showcasing clothes, they were sharing personal stories. Some were talking about body image, some about post-baby confidence, some about embracing stretch marks. And that made every video feel like a mini empowerment session. The algorithm loved that. The audience loved that. The brand didn't even have to tell anyone to love themselves. The girls did it themselves. And you know what's wild? The duets, stitches, and TikTok reactions. Girls were creating content on top of content. One Fenty haul inspired 10 more. One confidence video sparked 1,000. VS? They tried to replicate it with sponsored posts, but it never felt organic. Social media saw through it immediately. Then there's the Instagram factor. Influencers were posting reels, stories, and feed photos showing Fenty in different lights, different angles, real bodies moving in real spaces. VS started posting similarly, but it was stiff, staged, and kinda corporate. That's why the Fenty brand feels lived in, while VS still feels performative. And let's not forget YouTube creators. Haul videos, first impressions, try-ons, full story times. These were hitting millions of views every single week. Girls were talking about confidence, inclusivity, diversity, and celebrating curves. VS had some creators, but the momentum, non-existent. Fenty's reach was global. VS looked like they were just discovering YouTube. Another tea moment, Fenty made collaboration content feel like a party. Rihanna herself was involved in shoots, drops, and behind-the-scenes stories. VS, their executives stayed behind the curtain. The difference is night and day. Fans feel connected to Fenty because it feels human, not a boardroom strategy. And girl, the cultural ripple doesn't stop at fashion. People started talking about body positivity in their comments. Parenting groups shared hauls. Even workplace discussions happened around representation. Savage x Fenty turned lingerie into a catalyst for conversation, not just a product. VS is still trying to catch that vibe. Meanwhile, memes were circulating everywhere. VS being late to the party became a joke. People were literally using Fenty content to make funny, relatable comparisons, highlighting how slow VS was to adapt. And honestly, the internet doesn't forget, bestie. One viral meme scares millions, seeing the difference in brand energy. And the best part? Savage x Fenty gave everyday women a voice. You didn't need to be famous or tall to be featured in viral content. VS tried to recreate this by featuring models in social campaigns, but it lacked the authenticity. Social media already knew the difference, and that's why Fenty kept winning hearts. So, by the time VS started stepping up influencer campaigns, posting curvy models, and trying to look inclusive, the internet had already crowned Rihanna the queen of lingerie empowerment. VS could put out campaigns, but the culture was already shifted. And that, bestie, is the ultimate tea. Once the audience sets the rules, no brand can play catch-up without feeling late to the party. So besties, tell me, do you think Victoria's Secret will ever catch up? Or is this a permanent Fenty takeover? Drop your thoughts in the comments because y'all know I'm reading them. If you love this girl talk and want more juicy commentary, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And of course, if you want cute beauty goodies, press-ons, or self-care items, check out my shop, link in the description. Support your girl while staying cute and cozy. All right, besties, stay soft, stay confident, and stay hydrated. I love you.